good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. No, I didn't forget about the stream today, just running a little late, but that's okay. Welcome to another live stream. People are starting to get real bullish. People are starting to get real bullish. I don't know if consensus is the bottoms in October anymore. People are getting bullish. Crypto Twitter's flipping bullish. They are, right? I think they are. A lot of YouTubers are starting to turn bullish. One of my secret bear tubers even made a video today, or maybe it was yesterday, about DCAing. And I couldn't believe my eyes because he was telling people to DCA at the 382 and the 618 retracement. Like, that's exactly where it turns bearish. So, I think people are starting to get a little doubtful. I think people are finally starting to get doubtful. That's what I think, which is what we want. We want the doubt to creep in. And right where the FOMO kicks in, that's where the bearish price action resumes. But we're not there yet. We got to go a little higher. I hope. There's always that possibility that we just fall from here. But I would like to think, with history on our side, we should at least come up. Yeah, I don't think we're getting up to the 200-day moving average. It's taking too long. We need it to be much higher by now. Unless it just teleports like this. That's the only way. Because the FOMC meeting is here. And we're still sitting here. So I'm thinking maybe one more little spike to like 70K. I don't think we're going to make it to the 200-day moving average. Bitcoin Bajan says, wonder if I should buy me some Solana and MSTR before a bounce. Appreciate the 5. We're in the bounce right now. You should have been in already. See, but the fact that you want to get in, right? We're getting close, I think. I'm not telling you to buy in now after the price has already bounced, man. We were looking for this bounce for a little while. I think if you want to, that's up to you. I think it's too risky. Solana already bounced 40% almost off of the low. Not to mention, every time Solana hits the short-term realized price, even though this is a Bitcoin indicator, it seems like every time Solana comes to this, it turns bearish. And it just happened again. I think it's too late to catch the relief rally, personally. I think we're already in it. So if you're not in it already, I think the boat sailed. But if you want to take a chance, that's up to you. But I appreciate the 5. But I don't think Solana is worth the risk. If you want to gamble on MSTR, again, it's very dangerous It's very, very dangerous, but you could get a potential 10 to 20% bounce, in my opinion. But I think the relief rally has already been underway. And I do think we still have a chance for one more push. If you want to gamble on MSTR, that's up to you. I think Solana, it already bounced too much. But best of luck, man. You watched a WC? No, I have never watched a World Cup match in my entire life. I'm not following the World Cup. If you guys are saying the game just ended, it's just a coincidence. I went to the gym and then I went for a walk. And then I just got food, and now I'm streaming. Maybe I accidentally scrolled through it in 2022. But I can tell you I watched less than 10 seconds of soccer in the last 5 years. Even on YouTube, I don't even click on it on YouTube because I don't care. We got Vegeta, Arman. No, I don't know why I said Arman. David B's in the chat. Welcome back. Need stocks to dump so the crypto bulls have an excuse. Yeah, I think we're setting up for it perfectly, honestly. We're getting there. I like that Bitcoin is holding up, but the doo-doo coins are not. I mean, we've discussed this many times. This is actually beautiful. I didn't even notice this. Fartcoin is having a nasty sell-off right now. I do think Fartcoin bounces again, but it's just beautiful. I mean, this is literally what's been happening for the last year. Fartcoin is doing the exact same thing that it's done the entire bear market. And this is what I was hoping for. I didn't think they would actually give it to us. But I asked for the crypto universe. I said, please, can you give us indications that we're bearish before we're bearish? And every single thing that I asked for, they actually gave it to us. The doo-doo coins are doing what they always do. It's not just Fartcoin. Fartcoin is just a coincidence. But Fartcoin is doing the exact same thing. Dogecoin is doing the exact same thing. Just absolute pitiful price action on Dogecoin. It's been the case the whole bear market. Avalanche, Shiba. Remember we said when Shiba's bearish, it means the relief rally is fake? Ever since 2025, Shiba has underperformed whenever Bitcoin has had a relief rally. So the fact that it's happening yet again is very exciting to me. We just mentioned Avalanche, just an absolute dead dog. See how Bitcoin is moving extremely high and Avalanche is a dead dog? It's just a thing of beauty. Now for Lucky, not to mention MSTR. MSTR is a dead dog. Listen, this is why this is important, guys. There was dilution back here as well, and we still held up. So the fact that we're getting dilution again and it's just a nasty sell-off makes me think that's where we are. I think we're going to get one more spike, the big spike. I think YouTubers are starting to turn bullish. Twitter is starting to turn bullish. This is exactly what we need. And I'm not saying I'm going to be right, but the historical data says we got one more flush down. And this flush down should mark the bottom. That's what it says. People are saying bullish divergence, bullish divergence. I understand. The on-chain indicators are not providing a bullish divergence. That means that the move is actually bearish, in my opinion. All right. Even back in 2022, you did have a bullish divergence, and it was still bearish. Even though technically this was a lower low in price, on a closing basis, it wasn't. Everything I see says, oh, this is beautiful. This is just beautiful, man. This is beautiful. I'm starting to get excited. I'm starting to get excited, I'll admit. I'm starting to get excited. Our Moonboy chart is playing out not perfectly, but I would say beautifully. That I would say. I don't think we're going to get up to 74,000. It's too high. But we could definitely kiss 68,000, man. We're coming right up into the zone. You can see the candles are turning light blue again. Once they change to baby blue and green, we're looking for a top. It's beautiful. Bitcoin is holding up better than Ethereum, also usually present. If we see Ethereum start to struggle, man, it's beautiful. It is. It is. I'm very happy with what's happening here. Gold and silver, absolutely pitiful. No bounces whatsoever. Silver just made another low. It's a thing of beauty. Oh, the ES just opened. Hold on. It's interesting too that Tether's not bouncing. Hold on, we're getting some action here. ES is open. What do we got? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm getting bearish, boys. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Oh, baby. I'm getting bearish. 2-week sell signal on the ES. Sweet corn and baby carrots. Sweet corn and baby carrots. I'm getting bearish. I made the video this morning. It was on the QQQ, but now it's on ES. You can't act like there wasn't a nasty crash in the summer of 2024, man. You can't tell me there wasn't. We had a disgusting meltdown. Ethereum and all those other garbage pails. Oh, this is it, boys. This is it. This is it. I can't believe it. We actually got a sell signal on the ES. We only have it on the QQQ. But now we have it on the ES. Now that doesn't mean it's going to stay there. It could go away. But the fact that it's even there in the first place. The fact that it's even there in the first place. This is beautiful. It's truly, truly, truly beautiful. I can't believe it. They're actually doing it. And it's like, it's unbelievable because now YouTubers are starting to turn bullish. It's whenever we say, oh, it's not going to happen because everybody's looking at it. I'm telling you, everybody always says that and then they switch. I don't have anything else to say. We're just letting it play out. Maybe I'm wrong and we go to the moon. right? Maybe I'm wrong and we go to the moon. But if we're right and the 4-year cycle remains intact, which the 4-year cycle is not even my theory. I spent 3 years trying to disprove it. But once we went up for a new all-time high after this, I accepted that the 4-year cycle is intact. Did I call the top? No. Did I respect that the top should be here if it's a 4-year cycle? Yes, I did. There's no reason why we're down here other than the 4-year cycle. Think about that. Let me tell you guys something. The S&P 500 just went up by 50% and Bitcoin went down. Now the S&P is getting sell signals and we're supposed to be bullish? No, sorry. The S&P went up 20%. And now we're supposed to be bullish. People are saying there's going to be a rotation. Can you point to me when there's ever been a rotation? And then the answer is it's different this time. And every time people have ever said that, it's GG. People on Twitter saying there's going to be a rotation from stocks to crypto. I don't know if that's ever happened, ever. Even here, the stock market went up with Bitcoin. There was no rotation. A rotation is when stocks go down and Bitcoin goes up over a extended period of time. We never had that ever. So I'm preparing for the Bitcoin bear market bottom over the next 3 to 5 months. We got Bitcoin Bajan. Can anything bounce 30%? I was hoping for a nice game before big flush. Yeah, I'm sure some coins will bounce by 30%, but I'm not going to be able to find them. Again, you're supposed to be buying when it looks like it's scary. Right? So when the chat was telling me that there's no relief rally, and I remember saying down here, Crypto Meowitsis is going to activate Magic Cylinder. I can smell it coming. Remember we said that? That's when you're supposed to be buying. You could buy here, and it still could go higher, but it's risky. Because it doesn't have to go up. It should go up. And if you want to gamble on a gain, maybe Fartcoin can bounce, but maybe it doesn't. I can't say something might go up, it might not. That's not helpful. Could you gamble on Jasmy? Maybe. Could you gamble? Oh, Floki made another low, chat. I saw it last night. I got so excited. Yeah, yeah, Floki made another low. Gentlemen, this has been the same case the whole bear market. New low, new low, new low. I don't think Floki made a new low here. It made an even low. Floki just made a new low yesterday. Actually, it was today. It's just beautiful. Maybe you could gamble on Floki, but if you're a gambling man, you should just go to the casino. But unfortunately, I wish I could give you a coin that's going to bounce 30%. I just don't know. Maybe Floki does bounce. Not impossible. Historically, it actually should. This was a 60% bounce. This was a 50% bounce. If this relief rally is really going to happen, then Floki should actually bounce. I'm not telling you to buy Floki, but Floki could bounce. But if you want a guaranteed return, I would just do Bitcoin. Mog also on the teetering tots. The tater tot syndrome. One more bounce and then down. It's been the case the whole bear market. I'm getting excited, man. I'm getting excited. This has been the case the whole bear market. But the fact is now I think more people have switched from being bearish to bullish. I don't think there's more people that are bullish overall because I think people are now starting to say it is bearish. But I think people that were bearish before are starting to turn bullish. That I would say. And that is exactly what we need. It's what creates the probability for the 4-year cycle to play out, because everybody will start saying, oh, everybody's looking for the bottom, so we're going to front run, and it's not going to happen. And this chart says that is going to happen. If I can find it. This chart tells me prepare. Sweet baby. This chart tells me, Mr. Vision Pulse, talk to me, please, baby. This chart tells me, get ready. This chart tells me if it's not different this time, we have to go much lower. Look at where we are. In every bear market in history, we bottomed out when the MVRV was negative. If you're betting that it's different this time, then maybe you're right and it's different this time. But I don't think so. Because why? Let me ask you this. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. But I appreciate the 5 from Bitcoin Bajan. I think if you want to gamble on MSTR, that's up to you, man. Here come the bullish headlines. I just saw a bullish headline. That's weird. Not popping up. Here it is. Ex-Goldman credit veteran says markets may be mispricing strategies. STRC. I like how every time I say MicroStrategy, Matthew Dropko says something, but Goldman says MicroStrategy and nobody cares. Ay, adios mío. This is it, boys. We talked about this exact, we literally talked about this exact scenario. It's a thing of beauty. I can't believe it. If we get this right, it's gonna be life-changing, literally life-changing. Somebody asked about Nvidia before. We didn't get a candle because we have to wait until Monday, unfortunately. I already checked yesterday, but there's no candle. It never loaded. We're gonna get a new candle tomorrow morning. I don't really have much else to say. I mean, obviously I'm gonna keep streaming, but there's nothing new. We planned for this exact scenario. Everything we need is happening. Coinbase lower highs, MSTR lower highs. Weeble's attempting to break out, which is normal. Gemini lower highs. Nvidia, we're going to find out if we get the sell signal. Oil's going back up. That's not good. Oh, wait a second. That actually happened back here. Oil went up for the one more rally, and then we went down to the bottom. Yeah, look. Oh, man, even oil. Did that happen in 2018? No, it had already gone down. Okay. What about 2015? No, it had already gone down. Okay. So it's only comparable to 2022 now with this new rally. This is it, boys. Total 3, dead dog. This has also been the case the entire bear market. Bitcoin bounces and total 3 is a dead dog. Look at this. Just a dead dog, man. Is Bonk dead forever? Probably. It's probably gonna have a retracement. But somebody even said the other stream that Bonk got hacked. Oh, sweet corn and baby carrots. It's over, man. I love this. I'm not surprised that people are turning bullish, but I'm surprised at who's turning bullish. One of my bear tubers is finally saying that you could DCA here, even though he's been looking for lower prices all year. It's interesting, man. The human psychology always repeats itself. Is there something that I'm not seeing? Oh, wait a second. Where's our MACD? Hold on, we might get something. Hold on. Hold your horses. All right. The MACD is almost red on the ES. It's not red yet. It's almost red, though. What about NQ? I didn't even think of that. Oh, yeah. She's red. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah. Look. If you want to argue it's different this time, I can't argue with you. But if you don't want to argue it's not different this time. Ever since 2024, whenever this has printed, we basically went down. I think we're getting ready, man. I think we're getting ready. I think we're getting ready. I think we're getting ready. Wow, I haven't looked at NQ since 2022. I think we're getting ready. We are. This is a big moment for me. The BBWP gonna reset in 1 hour. I wonder if it's gonna turn blue. The only thing you learn from history is that people ain't learning from history. They keep making the same mistakes. Yeah, that's why I never made any progress. Each market cycle, I make more and more money than the last time. But I do that. I make the same mistake. I don't learn how to manage it. And I always think I'm too big to fail. And then I just lose it all. This time around, I'm not going near. And like I always say, it's heartbreaking because it wasn't even like I lost it all on a bad idea or a bad market direction. In 2024, we all knew that Bitcoin was going to go make a new all-time high. But my coins never went up. When I had my coins here, We didn't say we were going to make a new all-time high, but we said at the bottom here, we said, listen, even though we think the top is here, technically we're holding the bull market trend line. We should go back up as long as it holds. We went back up. None of the coins went back up. Now I'm not doing that. I'm not touching this stupid ass deck screener, man. Those coins go up and down whenever they want, and they go down forever. So I learned my lesson. Now when I buy stuff, I'm not touching deck screener. I'm only buying assets that go up and to the right, baby. That's it. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. Let's check this. How are we looking? Oh, we're actually getting a breakout. Nice. That's going to make people very bullish. This is going to make people very bullish. Bitcoin QQQ is breaking out. This is going to make people very bullish. Very good, very good. Prices never been lower, probably, but nobody's buying. Nah, the price of Bitcoin has been the same since February. You know what occurred to me this morning when I was driving my car? I said to myself, this is literally the most bullish time, and we're not moving. The Moonboy chart says we're supposed to be going up right now, and we're just not moving. The Moonboy chart said we were supposed to go down into February. It said we were supposed to go down into September, and it said we were supposed to go down into March. We went down every time. Now, this one's a little tricky because we went down, but then we went up. But we only went up because the 4-year cycle, meaning that the Moonboy chart was not as powerful as the 4-year cycle. So that must be true on the downside. We were supposed to go down permanently, but the 4-year cycle made us go up. Now we're supposed to be going up permanently because we have 2 orange lines. We don't have any more white lines, and we're not moving. That tells me the 4-year cycle will overpower the Moonboy chart once again. But even in the 4-year cycle, you must respect the Moonboy chart. Anybody who goes bearish into an orange line loses their money every single time. Anybody that goes bullish into a white line loses their money every single time. And now it's no different. The bears got greedy at the bottom saying we're bearish. Now we're bullish into the orange line. The problem is when the orange line passes, it was down 30% in 2024, down 20% in 2023, down 40% in 2021. This one was bullish, of course, can't deny that. Down 40% in 2019. So I'm going to assume that once August passes, we're going straight down. And it might actually be before August. We should, if I'm going to be a guru, we should actually top in the next 12 days. I'm not a guru, though, so I'm not going to make that prediction. But technically, we should just go up and then come right back down. If we just spiked up to 70,000 this week, I think that's it. I have nothing left to say. It's now you must place your bet. Are you bullish or are you bearish? Are you bullish or are you bearish? Our RSI is almost in the box as well. We're literally right there. We're right there. Does anybody know what the Dow futures are? We have ES, NQ, and what's the last one? We have ES, NQ, and what's the last one? Does anybody know? Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says worth buying Toshi for a small bounce to 17 or Shadow Realm. I appreciate the 5, man. I appreciate the 5. It looks like Toshi already had a bounce. Didn't we already talk about this last time? I'm pretty sure I told you this last time. After the coin already spikes, you can't buy it. You gotta buy the coin when it's down here. That's why I'm not saying to buy Floki, but I'm not gonna be shocked that if we did get a relief rally here, Floki goes like this. Because Floki's already down here. Now people are bearish on Floki. It is bearish, but it already made another low. So if we're going to get a relief rally, I would expect Floki to bounce. I would be shocked if Floki went down again. It is a bear market, so it's not impossible. But if history is going to repeat, every time Bitcoin gets a big relief rally, Floki gets a bounce. It happened in January and it happened in April. And Floki's doing the same exact thing. You have 3 bottoms, then an explosion. You had 3 bottoms, then an explosion. I would assume that Floki's about to rally, but that's assuming we're getting a relief rally. But you're insisting on putting your money in because you want to gamble, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you can afford to gamble, then you can afford to gamble. I can't afford to gamble. You also have a bullish divergence on Floki, also present on each of the prior bottoms. So I would gamble on Floki personally because I think a bounce is coming. But after the bounce is over, we're going down again. So I'm not going to gamble on Floki because on the chance that I'm wrong, it's just going to go down. And even if I'm right, it's still going to go down. So I'd rather watch than gamble that it's going to bounce 10%. But that's what I would say, not financial advice. If you want to gamble on Toshi, that's up to you. I can't predict the future for what doo-doo coins are going to spike. But Toshi already bounced by 30%. You actually did it twice already. Could you do it a third time? Yes. Does it have to? No. It's up to you if you want to gamble on Toshi, though. That's what I would say. I still think we could get one more push up. If you're going to gamble, I'm not saying you should, but now would be the time if you are, not financial advice. I think we're entering the full bull zone. I think we're in the full bull zone where the Moonboy event is going to start pulling on the price. So I would not be shocked if we went straight up from here. I would be shocked if we went straight down. But once we pass like the last week of July, that's where I turn bearish again because the Moonboy chart says it is bearish. We turned bearish 1 month prior in 2024. We turned bearish about 3 weeks or 1 week. Yeah, 1 week in 2013, 2023. And we turned bearish about 3 weeks in 2021. So 3 weeks is actually right now. This week is 3 weeks. The top could be this week. I think the top should be the week of the FOMC. It could be this week. If it's after the FOMC, I'm okay with that. I don't know where the top is. But I don't think gambling is safe. But if you absolutely must, so be it. Dow futures is YM. YM. Yeah, I doubt we have a sell signal. The Dow has been bullish. Yeah, there's nothing on the Dow. We only have it on ES and NQ. Yeah, but guys, the thing with the NQ is I think it's cemented. I don't know if that red dot can go away. I think it's in. I think it's in. I don't know. Because you see how ES has a red dot and there's no string after? NQ has a red dot and now there's string after. Oh, it is closed. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do anything about that. That dot is there for eternity. Yeah, that's it, man. I think that's it. I think that's it, boys. I think that'll do it. Yeah, that might do it. Hold on, we got a 3-month red dot on gold. Hold on a second. Wait, look, April of 2022, April of 2021, we just got a red dot on gold. Yeah, I'm getting bearish. This is it, man. I don't know what else to tell you. This is it for me. I think my stop is coming. This is the train to the Shadow Realm. The next station is the Shadow Realm. I'm sorry, that was an inside joke. I don't know why I said that, but I thought that was funny. This is the train to Goblin Town. The next station is Goblin Town. Goblin Plaza. Yeah, I'm getting off the next stop, I think. The next stop. No, the next stop isn't the Shadow Realm. The next stop is the dock. And then after that is the Shadow Realm. I'm getting off the train. Get ready for Bullish Monday tomorrow? I hope so. I think we should be bullish for the next 2 weeks. That's what I'm thinking. Because at this rate, see, this is what I'm noticing. Our wave trend is moving significantly higher, but the price is struggling. Yeah, I didn't think they would actually do it, but they are. I really didn't think they would do it. But you see how the same thing happened here. It moved significantly higher, but the price barely moved. I'm surprised, but I'm grateful. But I want to see one more push. I don't want to start celebrating because there's nothing I can do here. We're still in no man's land. But we have the firepower to go up. We do. We've got the 5-day MACD. We've got the 5-day stock RSI. We get a new candle in an hour. Yeah, we're max. Yeah, the 4-day stock RSI should hit overbought today. Oh my gosh, I have to watch that. Yeah, I'm getting excited now. This is it, guys. This is really it. This is really, really it. Oh, man. Yeah, we're in the relief rally right now. The RSI crossed over to bullish. This is it. I just find it so fascinating because the FOMC meetings are in the same spot too. Not the exact same spot, but you have an FOMC meeting here. You had an FOMC meeting here. And we have an FOMC meeting right here. And when we look at this and we look at what the shitcoins did at that time, same exact thing. If this ends up playing out, it's a very, very, very life-changing opportunity. I'm not saying I'm going to be right. If I'm wrong, then it's a devastating life opportunity. But history says it should happen. And if you disagree, that's okay. But you're betting against history. And every time I've done that, it has never ended well. Cold BTC says Shadow Realm. Yeah, but I haven't looked at that because that's what other YouTubers look at. I remember earlier in the year, people were saying the bottom was in because of gold. And then we made a lower low. Maybe this chart bottomed. But that doesn't mean Bitcoin bottomed. Because Bitcoin did make a lower low. And this chart could have bottomed because I think gold is going to go down. I still think we get a 70K push. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so as well. That would be very nice. Very, very, very nice. I'm getting very antsy right now. This is a big, big moment. Big, big moment, man. We have to be 100% sure. No, we have to be 1,000% sure. We have to be 1,000% sure. Tomorrow we'll be reviewing everything because we'll get a new candle for Nvidia and we'll know if it's bearish or not. There's no way to tell right now. But this is a very, very, very important time. Gold wants that bear flag. To short, we have to be 1,000% sure. Well, I never said I'm short, and I didn't say anything. You guys got to do what's best for you. I'm only here to represent you. I'm only here to represent the bears in the court of law. I'm not telling you guys to short or long. That's not what I do. I'm not a channel of a trader. I'm a channel of an information. But tomorrow, I think we'll make our finalized list. It's been a pleasure with you all, but I think our time together is going to come to an end soon. Right? We talked about this for the last couple of weeks. Down, up, FOMC, down, up, new low. This pattern has played out continuously. The next FOMC meeting is in a week and a half. And now we're rallying as our Moonboy chart. If this Moonboy chart plays out yet again, it's going to go down in history. Because we faded it the first time. I didn't fade it back here. This helped me. This put me back in the game. And I ruined it. This is going to put me back at the table. Come on, baby. I need you to do what you always do. Don't change. I like you as you are. I like you as you are. Don't change. Hello, Dayston. Welcome to the end of the live stream. Is there anything I'm not seeing? Does anybody want to share with the stream? Share with the class? Do you see something that I don't see? I see light blue candles. The top needs to be at least yellow. See? Yellow. Did we get... Oh, we only got the green here. Oh, this red moving average is actually... Yeah, this red moving average might be something worth watching. Look, it's the random ass time frame, but it's 22 hours. I don't have anything on this chart, right? Yeah, look, this is interesting. It's 22 hours. When we come up to it, we turn bearish. Yeah, it's right at 70,000. I wonder if we just pop up and then come right back down. Weekly's in 4 minutes. No, silly goose. The weekly's in another hour. The weekly's in another hour. A lot of people are getting bullish because the 200-week moving average. That's what we did last time. It's literally the same thing, Anand. You got the same color candles, too. Oh, this is it. This is beautiful, man. Good luck to you all. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is it. It's almost time to make my bed. I need to be 1,000% sure. I need to be 1,000% sure. Yeah, I remember this chart too. Yeah, we're yeah, what's interesting is 2022 was negative 14%. 2014 was negative 16%. 2018 was negative 43%. Dude, dude, we could definitely fall by 40%. Look at what happened in 2018. 2018 Q2 and Q3 were nothing, and then you got hit with a rug at the end. That's exactly what we just got. Holy shit. You had 3 red quarters in each bear market. You got 457. Yeah, but Q3 just started though. That's the problem. We got July, August, and September. Yeah, maybe we're gonna have all 4. Maybe we'll have all 4 red quarters. Yeah, I think Q3 is actually gonna be red because if August and September are in Q3, right? Q4 is October, November, December. Yeah. Maybe we have all 4 red quarters. Or maybe here's a curveball. Maybe Q4 is green because the bottom's in October. So that means November and December are green, giving you 3 red quarters. You had 3 red quarters in 2014, 3 red quarters in 2022. 3 red quarters in 2018. In 2014, you had green Q2. In 2018, it was green Q3. In 2022 was green Q3. Maybe that's like shifting over and Q4 is going to be green. I think that's not impossible. I think that's not impossible at all. Yeah, look at this. This chart's perfect. Look at this, dude. Look, negative 91, negative 85, negative 83, negative 76. Now we're negative 53. We went from 83 to 76 to 53. I think at least 60. We need at least 60%, dude. What does that put us at? What does a 60% drawdown give us? Yeah, 49,000 at least. At least 49,000, man. How could you go from 83 to 76 to 53? That's a 23% cut. This one was only 2%. So we don't even know. Yeah, it's not even consistent. It went from 91 to 85, then 85 to 83, then 83 to 76. So we don't have the formula, but we can speculate that it's going to be less than 76, but it could be 70. It could be 68. It could be 65. 65, you're deep in Goblin Town with the sea urchins on the bottom of the ocean floor. 65% is 43,000. 70%, forget it. 37,000. You're better off selling your car and buying Bitcoin, not financial advice. I don't buy that the bear market is 50%. These guys are pushing 50% bear market on. And like, look at where it turns orange. 300 plus days from the top. 300 plus days from the top. 300, 400 days from the top. Now it's different this time. This chart actually does paint a good picture. It does. Year over year change. That's interesting. I've never seen this before. What is this? Year over year change. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, look at this. We got more bearish propaganda. Year over year change. It maxes out at the bottom. Negative 75%. Negative 80%. Oh, we had negative 75. Oh, look at that. Look, year over year, negative 75 marked the bottom. Year over year, negative 83 marked the bottom. Year over year, negative 75 marked the bottom. We're looking for at least negative 70, man. We got nothing. Negative 45%. There's no divergence here, man. Yeah, we're bearish. It's over, man. It's done. This is it. This is it, boys. And the 5 ladies. It's been a pleasure serving with you all. This indicator says the bottom is in, huh? Yeah, not quite. Almost, yeah, not even, not quite. It says we got to go down a little bit lower, huh? Just a hair lower, huh? Yeah, if anything, this shit going down is bearish. Look at this dude. In 2022, this indicator continued to fall even though the price did nothing. That's what's happening now. Yeah, we're bearish, I think, man. We're bearish. Price on current date? Nah, sucks. What about, what is this? 4-year multiple? Where are we here? I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get that. Days since high. Looks like it's frozen. Oh, this is interesting. Here's another beautiful chart. Look at that. Here's another beautiful chart, chat. Bottom is always when it's turning yellow. Yeah, look, even this is matching. Yeah, here's another pretty chart. Here you go. We're starting to turn bright orange. You turn bright orange here. You turn bright orange here. Straight down. Yeah, straight down. It's coming, boys. It's a good little website. Oh, I forgot about the Mayor multiple. Dormant coins. What do we got here? What is this? What do we got here? More rubbish. Yeah, this doesn't really help us. 1458 heat map. Whoa, look at the rainbow chart. Look at that shit. The rainbow chart. My man. I don't even know how to read this, honestly. Oh, I think I see. Yeah, so it's trying to say we're here. So the bottom is supposed to be here somewhere. So the bottom is at 525 days from the halving. And right now we're at 630. So that means the bottom is in 100 days. Roughly. Which is the end of October. Yeah, wow, look at 2018 and 2022. Look at how close together they are. Yeah, the bottom should be here somewhere, guys, in my opinion. 100 days from now. Maybe. That's real interesting. Cycle repeat. Cycle repeat says the bottom's at the end of October as well. 42,000. If we repeat 2022, the bottom's in October, 42,000. Which is just a projection, doesn't mean it's going to be right. But it says we should hit, yeah, look, it says we should hit 66,000 by the end of July. Yeah, look at that shit, huh? We should hit 66,000 this week. Imagine. This is exactly what I'm looking for, actually. Big ass crash, one more bounce, and then straight down. 42,000. What else we got? Stock to income. What is this? Yeah, this chart doesn't work anymore. You see why? We never made it out of the top. This chart doesn't work anymore. Reward era. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I guess we're supposed to focus on the top. Yeah. So right now we're at day 635. Yeah, we already went over this, and the bottom's in 100 days. Yeah, look at that shit. The bottom might actually be in October. Look, 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 look. You see how the red is 1121? The orange is 1212. That means the one on the top, which is where we are, might be 10 something. The bottom should be in October. Man, this is some premium heat today, huh? And it's like, if history wasn't going to repeat, then why is it? I can't tell which one is where we are, though. I don't... Right? I see pink. Are we... Oh, maybe we're pink. Did we top? We topped here, I guess, right? I can't tell what this is. I guess this is 2021. I don't even know. It's fucking upside down. I can't read upside down. Yeah, I'm fucking bearish, man. I'm sorry. Look, even this is... No, 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 no. Look, look, look. Even the crash that comes in the summer is moving. You see how the orange one is in September and then we go down? The one that's red is in August and then we go down. So maybe the top is in July. Man, I think this is it. Compare bull markets. Yeah, I don't understand this. We didn't top here though. We topped over here. What if the RSI thinks this is where we are? Like, you see how in 2018 and 2020, which is green, like we were down here, but on the red one we weren't, and then we went down. So when we were where we are now, we bottomed out already. I don't even know what this chart is measuring from, honestly. I guess it's from the halving. Yeah, I like this. I like where we are. I like where we are. So either every single thing on here is wrong, or we're going down. Yeah, look at this. Look at this, dude. Yeah, either everything on here is wrong or we're going down. This thing turned red in May of 2022. This thing turned red in July of 2018, and this thing turned red in December of 2012. We turned red in April, my brother in Christ. This thing just turned red 2 months ago. This thing was red for 6 months before the bottom was in. This thing was red for 5 months before the bottom was in. And this one was red for, I think, only 2 months. So we've only been down here for 2 months in the red. 2022 was 6 months of red. 2018 was 5 months of red. We're only at 2. Yeah, no, literally everything I see says we're going down. I don't know. What am I not seeing that people are bullish? The new pool is missing the final move into the green. What about the Mare multiple? Yeah, we never hit the green band. You hit it in 2018. Sorry, 2011. You hit it in 2014. You hit it in 2018. You hit it in 2022. We never hit it yet. And the argument that it's getting weaker, you can't even really use, because in whatever year this is, you went out of the band and then you came to the green. And then in 2017, you didn't even touch the band and you still came down to the green. And then in whatever year this was, we didn't even get into we fucking topped in the yellow and we still came down to the green. We topped in the yellow again. I don't know. I think we got to come to 40,000. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. I'm not trying to act like I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. But everything says I don't even know what I'm looking at. This, oh, you have to play with it. That's why. I'm not doing that. Daily RSI, that doesn't help. This shit's all premium. US median house priced in Bitcoin. Oh, look at that. Bitcoin's not even a better investment than a house anymore. It went from 7 Bitcoin to 3.5 Bitcoin. Oh, wait, never mind. That's because they're halving. No, it's not. Sorry. That's because the price of Bitcoin is going up. Yeah, so Bitcoin is going, I realize what I'm trying to say. The rate of decay, I think, is shrinking. Look, that's what I was trying to say. Look. So it used to be 400 Bitcoin. Then it dropped all the way to 30 Bitcoin. So you had 1/10. Then it dropped to 8. Now it dropped to 3. So you went from losing 90% to losing 66 or like 70, I guess, 74 to 50%. So pretty soon, 1 Bitcoin or the price of the house is going to start turning bullish against Bitcoin. I'm calling it now. Not probably soon, maybe, but at some point it will. If this keeps up, look, it went from 400. It went from 22,000 to 400. Then it went from 400 to 35. Then from 35 to 8. And then from 8 to 4. Almost. So this one will probably be like 2. Probably 2 or 3, 2 or 2.5 Bitcoin. And then it's going to go the other way. You're going to need more Bitcoin to buy a house. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's just a hot take. Oh, look at this. US beef. Beef is bullish against Bitcoin. You got a double bottom. Do I start stocking up on beef? Is that true? Beef is growing faster than Bitcoin now? Yeah. No, I think it's because beef goes up when we're bearish. Does beef trigger the bear market? Look, it's a double bottom on beef. 7,000 sats. I guess that's not a double bottom. Why does it look like it is? $6,400. Oh, it is. Look, 6,400. And then this one was... Well, we got it to... Yeah, I don't understand. Why does this go down? I guess it's not a... Yeah, I guess it's not a double bottom. It looks like it is at the naked eye. But when you really zoom in on it, this is lower. It's 5,200 sats versus 6,500 sats. You almost got a double bottom on beef. What about gas? Gas sucks. All right. So this is kind of it, guys. We're out of stuff. There's nothing left to say. Did I see your super chat? Big G for 5 says, if stocks don't dump this year, dump, but Bitcoin does, so I think it'll still be bullish enough to jump in. I appreciate the 5. Yeah, I think Bitcoin will go bearish with or without the stock market. But I don't know if the stock market's not going to go down. I think it should. But I don't think Bitcoin's going to turn bullish for a while. Because here's the thing, ready? The Moon Boys are saying that we're in accumulation right now because the price hasn't moved. That means that if this is not accumulation, then you have to sit through this again. And this is accumulation. Does that make sense? So the bullish argument is we've been getting accumulated. We're about to go up. If we go down, now we have to get accumulated. That's what's happened every time. I remember this was accumulation, and then we went down. Even I thought this was accumulation, and then we went down again. Even though this technically was accumulation based off the realized price, we still sat down here for not that long, only about 2 months. So you're going to have plenty of time to get in. But I think with or without the stock market, Bitcoin is turning bullish February onwards. That's what I think. I'm finalizing my investments by February. Well, I don't know. That's if the stock market doesn't go down. If the stock market does go down, then I'm getting in right away because, or not Bitcoin, but I really do think we're going to get a V recovery. I think the semiconductors are right here. Where they get a little bit of a bounce and then we go down. Yeah, when you draw it like this, this could definitely play out. I think it goes, I don't know if it goes to $30, but maybe $50. And then I think we get a V recovery. I think the jabrones are saying the AI bubble's done. I don't think so. I think it's just getting started. I think when you look at it from a macro lens, the fact that Micron did absolutely nothing from 2018 until 2025, maybe the AI bubble is done, but if it isn't, and we have a big pullback and then we go up for another top, that's all that matters. Well, it's not going to happen that fast, but yeah, no, it's going to take a while. If we have a big ass crash like this down to the end of the year, oh my God, imagine it comes back. Imagine it comes back down like that. Is that even possible? How many weeks do we have? How many weeks do we have until January? Oh, it is possible. Wait, this is, dude, this is literally possible. Hold on. I guess it would have to be a little bit condensed. But we turn bullish in February? And we get another pullback? And then that's it. Then the bubble pops. The next bear market. That's what I think. That's what I'm betting on. So maybe stocks don't go down. I think if they do or don't, I don't think it matters. I think Bitcoin goes down either way. I appreciate the 5 from Mr. Big G. Mr. Big G, I appreciate the 5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big G, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ben Cowan says in midterm election years, there's 2 stock market dumps. Yeah, we got sell signals on QQQ and the NAND SPY. Well, technically not SPY, but on ES. I got you next week. What do you mean? Historically, the all-time high cycle lands on average of 585 days after the breakout. Or what? We got 100 viewers in the chat. Welcome to the end of the live stream. I'm in Australia, so I rarely catch the live. Yeah, I started late today. AI is telling me we have another week of chop coming up. I don't know. We got to start moving up if we're going up. Don't forget about the tether chart either. Every single time, listen to me. Listen to me and you listen good. Who says that? Oh, yeah. You listen to me and you listen good. Are you behind on your credit card bills? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Listen to me and you listen good. In every single market cycle since 2015, some of you were in high school. Some of you were in college. Some of you had a full head of hair. Some of you had no kids, and now the kids are shitting all over the walls. In every single market cycle, the tether dominance made a new all-time high. Why is it not making one this time? Or do you think it's about to? I think it's about to. You got a shot. You got a real shot. You got a real shot at a bottom. You got a real shot at a bottom. After the herd says the bottom is in. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? You got a shot at a bottom after the tether dominance makes a new all-time high. Vegeta says because we're in a mid-cycle correction. My man. My man. You want to know what my problem with that is? In 2021, we had a mid-cycle correction and the tether dominance still made a new all-time high. In 2019, we had a mid-cycle correction and the tether dominance still made a new all-time high. Therefore, even if it's a mid-cycle correction, the tether dominance should make a new all-time high. And right before I said that, Vegeta says 2019 price action is similar. Therefore, Vegeta agrees with me. We must make a new all-time high. Even in 2019, if you exclude COVID, you made a new all-time high. Tether dominance must make a new all-time high. Your Honor. That is all. Please be seated. This is it, boys. This is it. We got the chat turning bullish. Twitter too. Yo, Bitcoin, what are you gonna do? My name is Ethereum and I go up. I don't even know if you guys can hear the banging. But now we got so many USDT variants, it's not the same. Alright, Mr. Vegeta. Let's take a look at the Tether dominance. We got altcoins. We got USDC plus USDT. Never made a new all-time high by me. If we look at the history, okay, we got Mr. Vegeta. He says we have more altcoins now. In 2021, we made a new high. In 2020, we made a new high. In 2019, we made a new high. And in 2022, we made a new high. Why are we not making a new high? I don't think it's different this time, my guy. I think we're going to get one more big move down and all the moon boys are going to die. I don't think you could hear the banging on the bottle. I don't think it's over yet. This to me looks like a bull market on Tether and USDC. Yeah, look at this, dude. Look at this, dude. This was your mid-cycle correction. You're right. Now we have to go up. This is it, guys. I really think this is it. I think this is it. This was a mid-cycle correction. I don't know what else to say, but it might be time to call it a day. MSTR is going to be $43 and you have no say. Sunday's been calling for $40 for 8 months already. I can't believe he's going to be right. This is it, man. Doge is dead. Doge is done. What about Luna Classic? Is Luna Classic still shit? What about Luna Classic? Wow, looks like Mog's about to make another low again. This is a dream scenario. We got a chance to fix our lives, yo. Swede looking good. Looks like it's been doing the same thing all year. Looks like it got ran over by a deer. Yeah, Swede should get one more spike. I think if Swede spikes up, that'll mark the top. Pay attention for Swede, guys. Somebody in the chat is responsible for monitoring Swede. Every time Swede gets a compression like this, it spikes up, and whenever it spikes up, the top forms. Somebody's responsible for watching Swede. There's 400 people in the chat. No, there's 85 people in the chat. One guy's got to watch Swede. Or if you're a gal, there's probably 2 gals in here. One of you has to watch Swede. If we see Swede go to the moon, we're gonna know there's impending doom. And then we're gonna go to 40K, and I'm gonna say hip hip hooray. I'm gonna buy all my stocks, and then I'm gonna go like a flock of geese to Florida and sit on the beach and say no more shadow realm from me. Yeah, I'm done with this shithole. This shithole, man. You need a Taco Bell cup to bang on. I can't go. They said the lettuce is killing people. They said the lettuce is killing people. This is it, man. I can't believe they're gonna give me what I want. Life never works that way. Sometimes it does, man. I don't know what else to say. Everything we talked about. Look, Bitcoin Cash. Some guy in the chat had Bitcoin Cash. I forget his name. No, I don't. His name is Craig Coates. Yeah, he missed a little bit, but now it's coming back, and that's okay. Bitcoin Cash is looking pretty blank. Oh, Luna Classic. Luna Classic looking bearish. What you gonna do? Somebody's banging. Oh no, that was a gunshot. I gotta take cover. Somebody just got shot outside. I'm in the hood in Missouri and I don't want to die. But I bought a dog with hat, so it's too late. I had to call my girl and tell her to cancel the date because I don't have any money. Dog with hat made another low. Pepe is gonna start blowing. Yeah, Pepe looks like shit too, man. Am I not seeing, like, what are the Moon Boys looking at that I don't see? What are the Moon Boys looking at that I don't see? I see the MACD is about to turn green, right? I see that. Weekly MACD is about to turn green. All right, I get it. It turned green right here, you fuck. And it turned green here. Oh, sweet, sweet Jesus. The Moon Boys. The MACD turned green here and we went down. Oh man, what am I not seeing that the Moon Boys are... Wait. Look. Oh. Oh. Wait, who does that? Oh. Look, the MACD turned here too. It turned green and we still went down. Oh, what am I not seeing that the Moon Boys are looking at? What am I not seeing? What are those? What am I looking at? What am I not looking at? The weekly the stock. So you're telling me people are bullish just because of the bullish divergence on the weekly on the weekly RSI? That's the only thing? TB already put out a statement on their produce. They can't lose any revenue. I haven't had Taco Bell in forever. I don't think the infection reached where I am. It's all like the middle of the country, they said. This is it, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. I am officially in preparation mode. It's very nerve-wracking, but I think we're prepared. We had 2 whole months to prepare for this. I think the chef's kiss would be a spike to 70,000 and a rejection. If you see that rejection, the trap is set. It's over. Everybody who got sucked in here is done. There's no recovering from that. You know why I think that? Because even if we did this exact move, this is September 14th. We still have to go all the way down here. Dude, we might do this. It's not impossible. I doubt it, because that's not how Bitcoin operates. But I was thinking today, what if we get this? Where we put the top in, and then we go down to the bottom, and the bottom's in October. What do you guys think? We go up for the peak in the first week of August, then we come back down, big crash in September, and then big crash into October, November. What do you guys think? We enter accumulation here. What happened to my... Oh. We enter accumulation from October until February. And then we go up. What do we think? Top at 70K. We go straight down to the bottom at 35,000. That's probably too low. It'll probably look like this. Just make it a little bit bigger. I think the bottom's probably 40,000. This could happen because if we go down to 50,000, we'll be underneath the realized price. So people will say the bottom is in again because the new bull does turn negative at 50,000. It does. So people will say 50,000 is the bottom. But we're going to know that once we go to 50,000, that's it, dude. You can't keep saying the bottom is in every fucking time. Oh, this is it, guys. Good luck to you all. This is it. Yeah, silver just made another low again. This is it, guys. Just think 6 months from now, we're going to be sitting on the beach. Nah, the summer's over. Oh no, in 6 months, it's going to be winter time. We're supposed to be sitting on the beach now. Bitcoin supply and profit metric shows we are near the bottom. Yeah, that's what the Moon Boys are pushing, but we already debunked that. That's the only indicator that the Moon Boys can use. And my thought process on that is the coins in profit happen much faster. Sorry. The coins in loss are occurring much faster because the distance from the prior top to the new top is 92%. And if people specifically wait for the break of the all-time high to buy in, you never went into loss in 2017. It was impossible. In 2022, if you bought in 2020 at the break of the high, you were in loss at the end of the bear market. If you bought in at the break of the high in 2024, you're already in loss. You needed to go significantly lower in other bear markets. This one never even hit. So you'd have to move it up. What I'm saying here is the margin for error is shrinking because people are not buying the bottom. They're buying when it's safe to do so. And the fact that the distances from the tops are shrinking means that it's going to take less time to go down. Because look at what happens every time Bitcoin goes down 50%. Look at how long it takes. This one was 100 days. This one was 130 days. This one was almost instant at 60 days. So the coins in loss are saying the bear market ended 130 days into the bear market. But if people bought in here, they're already in loss. Their profit and loss, their coins are in that batch of coins. Supply and profit and loss. And if you use that logic, that means that the next bull market is going to be less than 90%. It went from 250 to 90. We can say it's going to be 50. So the next top could be 190 to potentially 180. Now the next bear market is going to be 30%. Which if you think that's the case, then I can't argue with you. But my theory or my thesis is the supply and profit and loss is going to make a new all-time high because we have to go lower. But who is actually waiting for it to break the all-time high? That's the trader's mentality. Well, I think there's a reason why every time we get alt season, it's when Bitcoin rallies to the all-time high. Because that's where everybody comes back. If we looked at the Google Trends and we say, where does retail return? I don't even have to look at the Google Trends. I could probably look at the on-chain data. If we look at the short-term holders, I haven't looked. I'm willing to guess that the short-term Nupal probably made its high when Bitcoin broke the all-time high. That's what I'm willing to guess. Come on, baby. Give me something. Yeah. 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 Right here. So your question is, who's buying? Retail is buying. That was peak euphoria. Now, technically, you could also say they're buying here, but you can't because they're negative. So their average cost is much higher. I don't know if I interpreted that the right way. But what I meant, well, the second part, the first part, I was correct, or at least I think I am. Because look, you see how the Nupal is extremely high, and then we literally did nothing. Yes, yes, yes. Now I'm making sense. Look at this dude. You see how high the Nupal was? Short-term holders, I think, is like 30 days or 60 days or whatever it is. How could it be possible that the price of Bitcoin went from 63,000 to 63,000, but the Nupal fell? That means that people are buying in up here. It actually means a lot of people were buying at 70,000 because we went from 68,000 to 56,000 and the Nupal collapsed. But when we were at 43,000, the Nupal was up here, meaning that a lot of people bought in here. That's the only way the Nupal can fall. And then when we went up again to a new high, you can see it made a lower high because not as many people made as much money because a lot of people who bought down here got out. And that's why when we made another high over here, it was a lower high because people who bought in lower got out. Now, I can't say that I know why it didn't. I don't know why it didn't make a higher high. Maybe because enough people. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how this is measured. Oh, yes, it's measured by the realized price. So their average cost was increasing. So I might be looking at the wrong indicator. No, they're both the same. I'm going to have to say my first theory is correct. So when you ask who's buying at the all-time high, a lot of people. That's why old season, or what's supposed to be old season, is always where the Nupal peaks. Does that make sense, young man? The Nupal peaks where old season is. I'm willing to bet most of your net worths peaked in March of 2024. I know mine did. Mine peaked in the summer. So a month later, 3 months later. Most of our net worths peaked in March, April, May of 2021. Mine technically peaked at the end because I got lucky. So the fact that a lot of people bought in here is exactly why the short-term Nupal is negative. It's been negative. And that's why people think the bottom is in, because we're matching what happened last time. The problem is the distances to the next all-time high are getting smaller. So we only went down 50% and the coins in loss are already up there. They're already matching the bottom from the other bear markets. I'm not saying what I say is law. That's just my thesis. That's my hypothesis. But I really don't think a 50% bear market is going to be enough to trigger the bottom, because one indicator that we just went over says that, which on a linear scale, technically it is true. Every time that has happened, we have marked the low. But this is the first time where you could have bought the prior all-time high and you went underwater within the first 3 months of the bear market. This time around, it took the entire bear market to go underwater. And how do I say that? You'll notice that every single time in history the supply and loss was where it is now, you had a negative nupal. This is the first time you don't. There's no explanation as to why we don't have a negative nupal other than we never hit the realized price, which means you're betting that's not going to happen this time, which is fair. That's never happened before. But the supply and loss, we have hit this level. It's just never been done so quickly. And the reason why it's been done so quickly is because the tops are getting closer together, which means two things. Either the bottom is truly in, or this indicator is going to make another low, which I believe will be the case. I believe this indicator is going to make another low. Oh, sorry, this isn't even updated. So it probably did make another low. Oh no, maybe it didn't, because this was already bottoming out in February. Yeah, we can't even look at this because I don't have up-to-date information, unfortunately. So I can't even look at it. But that's my explanation. Doesn't mean I'm right, but that's what I see. This chart tells me there's one more leg down. Realized profit and loss ratio. The bottom was 8. The bottom was 9. This one we hit 12. Right now we only hit 31. This bottom was 15. So that would be the weakest bear market by a long shot. And I just disagree. But that's what I think. Doesn't mean I'm right, but that's what I think. Don't we have to start going down now to QQQ and semi-rug pull? Well, we still have 3 months. I don't think the semiconductors, well, the semiconductors maybe. I don't think the QQQ is going down just yet. Because we got a nasty sell signal, which I do think will play out. But it hasn't played out immediately in the past. You've had a little bit of time, right? We got the red dot in January. By March, basically April. By April, we were bottoming out. But we fell by 25%. So I do think the crash is coming. I do. 84 days it took. In 2018, it happened right away. I mean, shit, for all we know, maybe we do start going down. Maybe we do start going down. But I have to assume Yeah, see here, it took a little longer. By 126 days, we bottomed. I'm going to assume that it's going to take 84, 126. And even this one was 98. It's in between 80 and 120 days from now. It's possible that the QQQ is down at 500 something. I'm not saying it has to happen. Maybe it's even 160. But the fact that we got the red dot, maybe it doesn't happen this time. I'm not going to pretend that it does, that I know. Maybe it doesn't. In 2015, you had a bunch of them. But I do think there's a chance. Crash August to October. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. I mean, I'm open. I am open to the possibility that it just doesn't go down. Because I know it is a scam. But if I had to guess where the bottom is, it could be in November. Because Bitcoin doesn't always bottom early. In 2018, Bitcoin bottomed a week early, but in 2022, the S&P bottomed a month earlier. I think the bottom was in the first week of November, right? But our bottom was in the first week of October. So maybe Bitcoin bottoms in October and the S&P bottoms a month later in November. The same thing happened in 2015 as well. Bitcoin bottomed in January, but then the other bottom, I believe, was in August. No, they bottomed at the same time. I mean, I personally, I do think the S&P should come down. The semiconductors already are. I just don't know how they're going to do it. But we already looked at it yesterday. In the summertime, it didn't look like it was possible, but because the S&P stopped moving, it is possible. If we think the bottom is going to be in November, let's just say hypothetically it's in November, and we go like this, a 20% correction, which is what always happens, brings us right there. We just had the same exact correction not even a year and a half ago. So I'm going to assume that I'm going to prepare for it to happen. I'm not going to rely on it to happen, but mentally I'm preparing myself for this. Because when this normally happens, we're always not prepared for it. We were prepared for this one, but we just don't know what's going to happen. If we do get it, we know with certainty that this is the bottom because the 4-year cycle has ended. And this is where we get it. Well, not we. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but not financial advice. I am going to try and get in down here. But I am open to the possibility that it doesn't happen. I'm hoping that it does because the SOXL is telling us that it should. And that's why tomorrow is a very, very big day because we get our 7-week candle. And the last 2 times we had the red candle, the last 2 times we had the red dots, the S&P did have a big correction. This was the bear market, this was the 20% crash, and this was the 10% crash. So if we get a red dot tomorrow, I think the odds of us crashing increase to like 70%. But I am open to that possibility. Maybe the stock market doesn't go down. Maybe Bitcoin just goes down by itself. The middle of October, the latest. Yeah, I saw that a couple of times. It's actually very common that it goes down August, September, October. You know, it's funny that that also happened in 2022. Almost the same thing happened twice in a row. You went down August, September, October. The same thing happened twice. It's definitely possible. And people overlook 2020 as well. August and well, technically the bottom was in September, but you were bearish until October. So this little window is very bearish. I think we got a shot. I think you got a real shot. You got a real shot at a bottom. Do I think Circle could be a decent buy in November? It could be. Somebody asked about it a couple weeks ago. I think it's going to go lower. I don't know enough about it. It could be a gamble, I would say. I think if it goes to $30, it could be a gamble. The reason why I say that is because I don't know. Robinhood didn't turn bullish for another year after the bottom. We bottomed in December for Bitcoin and didn't turn bullish until January of 2024. So if you want to get fancy, you can. I'm not getting fancy. Look at 2023. I already did. I just did. I just highlighted that 2023 and 2022 are the same. They both turned bearish in August. And then the bottom was in October. So it's possible. And August is in 2 weeks. So we got a shot. Not to mention, even in 2019, post Moonboy chart, the S&P went down. Yeah, look. Actually, it was the last week of July we went down. Yeah, here it is again. Yeah, look at that. It's like August and October are just weak. You got a shot. You got a real shot. Yeah, here it is again. Here it is again in 2016. August to October is just bearish. Not always, but most of the time. Here it is again, August to October. I think we got a shot. I think we got a shot. I think if we go up to 70K, everybody's going to turn bullish. I think I get nervous as a bear at 74, like 73. I just don't know if we got the time to get up there. We really would have to start moving now to get up there. But I would probably get nervous at 73,000. But that's exactly where the top would be if it's still bearish. If we really got up there by the end of July, that would be nuts. That would be absolutely nuts. So will April be dinky? No, I think April will actually be like April in 2019. If Bitcoin does what Bitcoin always does, the bull market should get, you'd have to be in by March or February. If it plays out the way that and not even how we want it to, just how it usually does. I mean, we always, forever and ever, since the beginning of history, we've always had 100+ days of accumulation. And it just happens to be that the accumulation cannot begin until we get below 53,000. So if we get below 53,000 in September, I mean, listen, there's always that chance that it's just fucking bearish in August and we go straight down. I can't predict that. I don't know. If we go below 53,000 in August, then the bull market could start in January or February or January probably. But I'm expecting us to stay above 53,000 until September. But we always get at least 120 days of accumulation. I don't know if you guys can see that because it's very small. But it's 122, 303, 140, and 180. So if we break 53K in September, that's where the accumulation starts. Even though that's not the bottom, doesn't matter. So if we break 53K, even if it's at the end of August, and we go sideways for 170 days, that's February. So maybe 140 to 130 days is January. But if we don't break it until September, now you have to move the goalpost out to February, which is what I think. And February lines up with the Moonboy chart too. Because if the bull market starts in February and we count 200 days to the Moonboy event, that kind of simulates what happened in 2019. Where 100 well, I guess technically this one was 200 days from the bottom. This one was 150 days. So maybe we count backwards. But that's the problem. If we count backwards 150 days, that puts us in March. So it might not be where people think it is. This one was 150, and this one was 203. So we're looking to get in the market 150 to 203 before the orange line, which is February. So I would say, personally, you have to be in by February. The realized price accumulation supports that, and the Moonboy chart supports that. I think if you're bearish after, well, you don't want to be bearish, but I think you could probably accumulate October, November, December, January, and then if you're not in by February, you're kind of getting risky. It's going to get risky after that, because at any moment, we're going to get one of these God candles where it just goes straight up. In my opinion, I'm not saying I'm going to be right, but based on the historical evidence that we have, that's what it looks like. And here's the thing. We're going to know that's exactly what's going to happen if we go up to 70K and then come back down. Because, like, we're literally rallying when we're supposed to rally, which means we're going to go down when we're supposed to go down. And if we go down and up when we're supposed to go down and up, then we're going to go sideways when we're supposed to go sideways. And that means we're going to go up when we're supposed to go up. This is the most important time for the next, like, 3 years. Because if people get sucked in up here and we go down, these people are it's going to take a whole year to recover from that. And look, we got a blue candle on the 2-day time frame. Oh, wait, we got new candles. Hold on. Hold on, chat. We got new candles. I didn't think I was going to be streaming this long. Hold on, we got new candles. You know, I got a candle for Christmas and I still didn't use it. I'm going to get another one. And man, if this happens, man, it's going to be beautiful. Hold on, we got another candle. All right, everybody close your eyes. We're looking for an overbought stock RSI. Yes! Yo, this is it. This is it. We're max bullish right now. We must go up now. We are going up now. This is it right now. It's coming. We got a new 5-day. It's coming. This is it, guys. This is your relief rally right now. 5-day MACDs, green. 4-day MACD, double green bar. We are max bullish. This is it. We are fucking max bullish right now. Look. This is it, boys. We're max bullish. Stock RSI is deadly. MACD is green on the weekly. This is literally your chance to be bullish right now. All right, let me check my heat map. Let me check my heat map, chat. What do we got? Give me something that we could delete. Can we delete this? Yeah. All right, we're max bullish. All right, let's see. We got 1 day still light blue. 2 day is now blue. So we're officially blue again. So we're in here somewhere. We're in here somewhere. 3 day is still maroon. Oh, we didn't get a new candle though. 4 day is blue. 4 day is blue. 5 days already blue. 6 days, nothing. Yeah, we're max bullish right now. We should go straight up. I don't think the top is this week, but it could be. If we just go straight up to 70,000 this week, I'm going to have to say that's the top. I just don't know. But we're prepared. I'm getting excited, but I'm also nervous. This is it. It's now or never. And the rest of the market is just dead. Only Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everything else is a fucking dead dog. Dude, this is it, guys. There's no more playing around. Holy shit, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. April of 2027 will be like 23. No, I think 20. Yeah, it could be like 2023, but no. I don't think. I think April of 2023 is going to be August of 2027. And then at the end of the summer, it's going to be like the same thing we just had, basically. But it's shifted over. So you see how the orange line was in April? Now it's going to be in August. The problem is, yeah, maybe it could be the same. If we go up in February and the top could be in May or June, it could be. But I don't think we're going to get April of 2024 until here. I don't know what this is. I think this is July. I think March of 2024 is July or like spring of 2028. Not because it happened last time, but that's just how it lines up. And then this little dinky ass shit that we got at the end is going to be like the end of the summer into Thanksgiving. And we have to be gone by Thanksgiving. But I learned my lesson that whenever I have a lot of money, I'm just getting out. Because we kept saying, oh, we should get out here. We got to get out here, which is technically true. But if we would have just left over here, we would have been okay. Like if you sold your Solana in March of 2024, you didn't miss anything. So I'm going to assume that if I have a lot of money, which I hopefully do, if I have a lot of money by July of 2028, I'm just getting out. I don't care anymore. I'll come back at the end. Even though the real top is all the way out here, it's not going to matter. Because we learned our lesson. If you have a lot of money, it's probably the top. But this is it, boys. Good luck. Let me check my RSI. Hold on, go back. I'm getting excited, but I'm getting nervous. It's tough being bearish when the herd is bullish. No, I'm just kidding. Man, did you guys see how many people turned bullish? Like, I know we're bullish now, but we're looking for another low. A lot of people are now saying the bottom could be in. More people than I expected. I'll say that. Yeah, the RSI is climbing. Max bullish until the next FOMC? Maybe. I'm not going to act like I know what's exactly going to happen. The last FOMC here actually meant we went up one more time and then we went down. So I don't know. I can't say for certain. But what I can say, in my opinion, is once August 1st, like August 10th, I guess. What did I say? August 3rd, I think, right? Once August 3rd passes, I'm turning into Mr. Bear and I'm not coming back until the bottom is in, or I'm fucked. Because if we go to August 3rd, the reason why I say August 3rd is because it lines up with the weekly chart. You can see August 3rd is 301 days. If you mark 301 days in the other bear markets, that was kind of it. You know? Like you reached a point of no return. You never returned to this price until the bottom was in. In 2018, it's disgusting how bad it is. 301 days from the top. Like you almost, this was like right where they pushed you off the cliff. Straight down. So for me, I'm Mr. Bear post August 3rd. There's no, I'm just not bullish till the bottom. Now, if we're all the way up here, then the Moon Boys were right, and it was different this time. But if we're at August 3rd and we're back at 58,000, I'm going to hide in my bear bunker because we're about to go straight down. There is no explanation as to why we would still be at 60,000 in August other than we're going down. There's no excuse. We're max bullish right now. You're not getting more bullish than this. It's impossible. And the fact that we failed both times, and they both resulted in a move lower. If this also fails to break out, there's nowhere else to go but down. And I can tie it all together, chat. This is why I'm so excited. Yes, I'm excited again. Because look at our Moonboy chart. Look at the stock RSI. Dude, we fucking had this drawn for like 3 weeks now. Look. We're up here. It's everything we talked about is happening. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right. I'm not saying I'm going to be right, but it's time to prepare. Every time we get an orange line, the stock RSI is up here somewhere. It's fucking ridiculous. And they did it again. The herd. Well, this one you could argue is a little different for sure. But you could still kind of argue this one. Here it is again. It's like every fucking time, man. This one you could definitely say was not there. So not every time. And here it is again. Almost every time. It's not every time. Every time would be an exaggeration because right here you didn't get it. And there was another one we didn't get either. Yeah, this one you didn't get either. Well, it's up to you if you want to use this one. But this one was bullish. We don't want bullish. We want bearish. This one was bearish before. We didn't make it. But it's just the fact that literally right on schedule. And here's the thing. I don't even know if it's going to make it that far. For all we know, the top is this week and then it comes down and the crash is in August. I don't know. If we crash on the first week of August, then we're going to come down here before August even hits or the Moon Boy even hits. But I'm excited because it's up here. This is it. This is it. I'm telling you, this is it. Once August passes, it should come down here, and this should be the bottom. Look at how far apart these are. 81 days, 120, 130. It might even be, or it might be earlier. I don't know where the bottom is. Maybe the bottom is early. And it lines up perfectly, 120. Bottom's in the first week of October. I can't say that I know, because then I would be lying to you. I don't know. But the fact that we got the rally when we were supposed to get the rally, it makes me have confidence in the Moonboy chart. I have confidence in it. What I don't have confidence in is the fake Moonboys, because we're supposed to be going up right now, and we're just not moving. Which tells me that it's bearish. But if we just do this and then go like this, it was all for nothing. I need it to at least come up to 68K. But this is beautiful. This thing is almost, look, yeah, if we push up, we're going to get a red dot. This red dot has been deadly ever since the fucking top, man. This is it. I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to make it clear. I'm not saying I'm going to be right. I've been wrong plenty of times. But almost every single thing we've talked about is happening right now. Doge is a dead dog, it's not moving. Shiba's a dead dog, it's not moving. Luna Classic looks like a traffic cone, getting ready to go down. SWI is getting compressed. We're looking for a move up on SWI. Floki made another low, dead dog. The dead dogs always die. What is this? Every good dog has its day. Whatever. All dogs go to heaven. Whatever it was. Look, it made a lower low in September or November. We popped, then we went down. It made a lower low in March. Maybe it was an even low. We popped and then went down. We just made another lower low. So Floki should pop. If we see Floki pop, that means the top is coming. Mog is another dead dog. I think Mog's a cat, actually. It's doing the same thing. It's not just one coin. It's almost all the meme coins are doing the same exact thing. Fart coin, another dead fart. Bear flag down, bear flag down. You're making another bear flag and it's starting to break down. I have a lot of urgency in my voice because this is it. Pepe, dead frog. Lower low, spike, then down. Even low, spike, then down. We just made a lower low. We're looking for the spike here. Then down. Dog with hat, another dead dog. Lower low, lower low, lower low. This is it, man. This is it, boys. This could be the final rally before Armageddon. And I'm getting so excited and the price is just not moving. That's why I'm nervous, because I have a bad feeling I'm just going to wake up one day and we're going to be at 40,000. But I just feel like it's too bullish. Those are the famous last words. It's too bullish. Yeah, see, look, the 5-day MACD turned green at the top here. And then we went down to the hill. But the 4-day stock RSI is bullish. I have faith the Moon Boys are going to push the price up. The Moon Boys need to represent. I just need like 68K, 67K. The Moon Boys got to represent. I mean, this is just beautiful. We have the semiconductors going down. We need to keep an eye on this too. We have a lot to talk about over the next couple of weeks, man. This is it. This is why I streamed every single day. We're preparing for this very moment. We can't forget about our super trend. When the semiconductors break the 10-day super trend, it's straight down. Every time, not every time, but every time we do what we're looking for, the 10-day super trend is broken. It happened in 2018. It was present in 2022. It even occurred in 2015. So we need one more flush. Yeah, maybe it was the 6th day. I don't know. But we need one more flush for the semiconductors. They're bouncing right now, which is good because we're bullish. So what we want to see a green week this week. We want a green week this week because that lines up with the Moonboy chart. That lines up with the momentum. Oh, wait, let me look at this. 5-day stock RSI on Bitcoin QQQ is max bullish. Bitcoin SPY, not yet. Bitcoin DAO, not yet. So Bitcoin QQQ is max bullish. You can see every time we hit up here, the rally starts to rally. The rally starts to fizzle out. This is it, guys. Man, the top could be this week. I don't know. It probably won't be. I hope it's not. I hope the top's not already in at 67,000. If we're bearish this week, it's not good, guys. It's just not. I'm not saying it can't be, but we're in prime territory right now. Like we're almost getting to the point where the top should be coming in the next week or two. So if we don't go down, or sorry, if we don't go up, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be really depressing, actually. I just wasted all that time for nothing. At least if we hit 68K, I have a reason to be bearish. Like, we have reasons to be bearish now. You guys don't think it's fucking bearish that we have max bullish momentum and it's just not moving? I'm like, you can hear it in my voice how fast I'm talking now. This is so urgent. We have max bullish territory and it's just not budging at all. You have dead dogs all over the yard. Look, you got dog with hat, dead dog. You got Floki, dead dog. Shiba, dead dog. Doge. What about Dogelon? Oh, Dogelon's actually holding up. Holding up. Dogelon's a good dog. H bar's a dead dog. Look at this piece of vaporware. Doge dead. What's another dog? They delisted. I got an email from MexC. I had like one Samo in my account. They told me that Samo got delisted. Dead. Avalanche dead. We should be looking for one more scam rally. And that's it. They pull the plug. New coins better than old coins. There's no herd. The last 2 to 3 months is half a dozen camps saying 6 different things. Yeah, I no longer think consensus is lower. I think people are shifting. I think majority, I guess, would probably still say the bottom is at the end of the year. But the middle people, I think the people that are unsure, they're definitely turning bullish. Because like I said in the beginning of the stream, I watch a bear tuber who's a secret bear. He has more subs than I do, but I've never heard of him. But he's now making videos about DCAing at 64,000. Like, come on, man. People are really starting to doubt it. And I would too if it wasn't for the Moonboy chart. I'm getting nervous we're not going to make it in time. It's just going to fucking collapse. It's not funny, man. My whole life is riding on this. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, this is it. I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling the FOMO. We're so close. We are so close. You could just see it just looks like the others. It looks just like the others. It's so close, man. We're right there. I think we're going to get it. I think the market's going to give it to us. One more spike up to the top, and then that's it. When the perma bears are saying DCA, you know it's over. Yeah, one of my secret bears made a video about DCA today, which I think he's still bearish, but why would you say that? You shouldn't even be thinking about DCAing at 65,000 if you're a bear. And Gumal posted in my comments that Dr. Profit turned bullish today, saying that the bottom is in. He was another bear. The bears are turning bullish, man. We're running out of bears. There's not that many left. They're still there, but people are really starting to say the bottom could be in. And I have faith because the Moonboy chart got invalidated at the top. The fact that we made another all-time high when we shouldn't have means that we should make another low when we shouldn't have. And the fact that we're just sitting here when we're supposed to be going up, that's it. It's perfect. It's perfect. I think once we get over 68K, I'm going to stop streaming because I know the bullish propaganda is going to start coming in. I know for certain when I don't know if we're going to get up there. We should. But I know if we get up here, the toxicity is going to be unbearable. Oh my God, how could you be bearish? Oh my God, oh my God. That's why tomorrow is such a big day, because tomorrow we get a 7-week candle for NVIDIA. And if we get a 7-week dot, I think that's all I need to see. We have a 2-week dot on ES that called the crash last time and the time before that. NQ might get a 3-week red dot. It does have a 2-week red dot already. This is it, guys. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. Wait, Baito, that's the ETF, right? Yeah, this isn't... Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind. What about MSTR? Yeah, this is it. We're going to the target this week. I hope so. I told myself last week, I said, I think this week coming up is where I got to start paying attention. Because we're getting really, we're really getting to the magnet zone where we should just start going up. And that's just by looking at the Moonboy chart. But the fact that the momentum is also saying the same thing, it's almost like if we don't go up, we have to. We must. We must go up. If we don't go up now, I mean, look at this shit. When we hit overbought here, we went straight up. When we hit overbought here, look at the size of the move you had. We went up 24%, and we had a small pullback, and then we went straight up. When you hit overbought and you're actually bullish, you're fucking bullish. And I don't like using foul language. I have been lately. But when we go from oversold to overbought, you are bullish. The fact that we're just sitting here like a dead dog drinking out of a bowl of milk, dude, it's bearish. And even here, you hit overbought and you went straight up. So we have to go up right now. The longer we sit here, the more confirmation you're getting that you're in here. Because you hit overbought, you did nothing, dead dog. You hit overbought. Technically, from here, you didn't really go anywhere, dead dog. So if it's August 1st and we're still at 65,000, I'm going to have to pull the plug, say dead dog. We're going to run the play, Operation Dead Dog, Dead Dog. Here you hit overbought, nothing happened, we were bearish. Here you hit overbought, nothing happened, we were bearish. Here you hit overbought, we did nothing. Then you hit oversold again. Here you hit overbought, the top formed. Here you hit overbought, the top formed. You don't have to go up. It's just if it's bullish, it will go up. And that's why us just sitting here every single 4 days is ultra bearish. But now I'm getting to the point where it's like, okay, we get it. It's bearish, but can we get something? That's what I'm getting nervous about. I think we should. We should get something because we normally rally into the FOMC meeting. The only thing that's making me nervous is in here, we actually went down into the FOMC meeting. But I have faith. I have faith. Where we are so close to this short-term hold or realized price. I mean, it's not even 5% away. Even if we just even if we kiss it at 67.4, that's enough for me. It's not what I wanted. I would have loved for it to go a little bit higher. But you know what? You can't be greedy anymore. We're too close. We're too close to the flame now. Dude, you guys hear the urgency in my voice? I love it. I haven't been so urgent since like January. Man, look at how close we are. This green window is where we are. In 2015, we just went straight down to the bottom. In 2018, we went sideways, then we went straight down to the bottom. In whatever year this is, we went up for a little baby rally, and then we went down to the bottom. I think there's a little more time left, which is where we are now. And if you look at those times, if we look at July of 2022, the 4-day stock RSI should be overbought. Yeah, it is right here. Was it over? I guess the real question is, was it overbought in 2018? Oh, it almost... Wait, was it overbought in September? No, it didn't. It didn't quite make it that high. He almost made it. And then I think the other one was like here. So it was. So we're probably in something like this, I think. That's what I think. That's why I'm not 100% sure we're going to hit 72,000. I know a lot of people think we're going to hit the 200-day moving average, and I hope we do. I want us to. But I don't know if we're going to get that high. I think the short-term holders... What happened? I X'd out? It's not on here anymore. I think the short-term holders is going to knock us down. No, that's not it. Should be right here. Yeah, I think this orange moving average is going to be too strong. I'm open to it. I think we already had our big bull trap at the 200-day moving average. In 2022, that's what happened. We got over it once, and that was it. Every other time, it was the short-term holders holding us down. I'm open to both, but I'm at least looking for 67 and change. And you'll notice this. Once Bitcoin gets over 68K, a lot of people are going to start saying we're bullish. You're going to see it. Watch. You know why I say that? Because up here, I actually was like, oh, maybe we are still bullish in my head. But then once we went down, I finally accepted we're bearish. When we were here, people booed me off my live stream saying, dude, we're going to the moon. Then we went fucking down. When we were up here, it was like 50-50. People were like, oh, maybe it's a super cycle. Maybe it isn't. Then we went straight down. The fact that YouTubers are now saying the DCA, the bottom could be in. If we get over 67.8, they're going to say the bottom is in. And then it's going to do a U-turn. And if it doesn't do a U-turn and we go up, then it's different this time. If it's not different this time, this very moment right here is the last time it's up here for another year before we go down to the bottom. This is so critical. People don't think it's that critical. If you're in right now and we go down there, not only do you lose your money, but you don't have any money to get in when we're down here. If you're shorting and it goes like this, then you're also eliminated. But the fact that we're just sitting here makes me think that we're going to kiss it and then go down. Because there's no more time left. If the bottom is projected to be in October, which maybe it isn't, maybe it's in November, we have to get all the way down here. Which there is definitely time to get down there. That's not that far away. But if we're not going up now, we're not going to go down and then up. That's what I'm trying to say. If we're not going up now, we're not going to go down, then up, and then like this, like a fucking candy cane. That's not going to happen. If you measure backwards from where the selling is, like we're 84 days from that. Well, I don't even know if the bottom is going to be there, but yeah, dude, we're out of time, man. This is it. We have to go up now, or we're not going up. This is where we are. But even here, look, you hit it one more time and then you went down. In 2022, the same thing happened. You came up to it, then you came up to it again and then went down. But the difference between now and 2018 is this has been going straight down, or I guess at least down on a slope. We don't have that. Oh, I guess, nah, we don't have that yet. You see how in every market cycle it goes straight down? We didn't get that yet because we didn't get capitulation. But it's coming. That's why we gotta go. We gotta hit it now. Dude, the fact that we can't even go up, it's just like unbelievable. Oh man, we better get up there. That's it? Imagine that was it. We just go fucking down. Oh, it's not funny, man. This is a big moment for me. I also am open to this 20-day moving average too. Sorry. 22-hour moving average at 70,000. Wait, are we going up again? No, we're going down. No, wait. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. Okay, that's enough for today. I believe this time is actually different because fundamentals changes to the ETFs. Wall Street has an instrument to rotate their profits this time. Yeah, but Vegeta, let me explain to you. Wall Street makes more money shorting. Wall Street doesn't look at Bitcoin the way we do. They can short IBIT. They make more money if it goes sideways. Sell their they can sell their options. There's more than what the face value of it is. Wall Street makes money regardless. Look at April 2022 into May. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm looking for if we go up this week. I actually said this exact thing before. I don't know if you were here, but I'm also open to this too, where we get one last spike and then we crash into September and then the bottom is here. This would be my wet dream, but I doubt that's going to happen. My wet dream is we go up to 70,000 and then the FOMC comes, the Moonboy chart comes, and then we just go straight down the hill all the way to 29. No, we're not going to 29, but it would be like this. The bottom's in October. Stock market corrects. We go sideways. Everybody's happy. Bull market. No, why are we going down? Vegeta, you lied to me. You told me we were bullish. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. Dude, you guys told me we were going up. No, I like this. I only like it if we go up. I only like it if we go up. Are there any traders in the chat? Is this a bullish pattern? I don't know. It should be, right? Bullish? Bullish. Bullish? What do you mean bullish? Is this a bullish chart pattern? Didn't we broke out of this. That is bullish. Bullish propaganda. Look what they do. They have top to bottom a month later, May 6th to June 6th, then July 19th to August 19th. Yeah, but our bottom was in July 1st. May 6th to June 6th. Where was the top? May 6th. Bottom was a little earlier. Yeah, so if we top the first week of June, if we top the first week of August, then the bottom, yeah, but that would work. If we usually top before the Moonboy chart, so if we top in the first week of August, and then we come back down, everybody says the bottom is in again, and we get a little bounce, and then boom, straight to the bottom. That is a bullish pattern. It's Wyckoff spring. Nah, I have faith. I have faith they're going to send it up for Papa. Come on, baby. Tether's just not moving. Wait, is Tether going down? Yeah, if the market really wants to spoil us, Tether would go down. I know I already said that, but somebody has to be responsible for watching Tether. If the market wants to spoil us rotten, they'll send Tether down before they send Bitcoin down. It's a very rare ask, but it's not impossible. You see how Bitcoin had a flash crash, then it recovered? If we see that happen again, the market is telling you we're going down before we go down. It's a big ask, though, because it's not impossible because Tether hasn't moved at all. So if Bitcoin goes up to 70K and then crashes back down to like 60 and Tether goes like this, the market is telling you prepare for impact. It's a big ask, though, because it only happened one time. I mean, yeah, this was too big of a move. That was too big of a move. But anyway, you know that you're gonna bottom out soon when Tether takes its shit. That's, if anything, that's another piece of the puzzle. People are saying we already capitulated, but Tether made a new all-time high. How could that be possible? You know when that happened? In 2022. We went down to the bear market, Tether made a new high, and then we took a shit to the bottom. 2018, we went down, Tether made a new high, and then we took a shit to the bottom. We're missing the take a shit to the bottom. We don't have it yet. Dude, I am so bearish. I just don't know if they're gonna, I don't know if it's gonna get up to 70K. I'm getting fucking duped. I got duped. No, I have faith. I have, what is this? What is this? I have faith in the Moon Boys. They're gonna get it up there. All right, gentlemen. 3-hour stream. That was the longest stream I've had in a long time. Yeah, but we went over a lot of stuff today. I need to be 1,000% sure we're going down. And at all of these charts that we looked at, almost, I wouldn't even say almost, I would say every single one of them that we looked at as we're bearish. This one I think is very skeptical or speculative, but I just saw it before. It was like market cycle repeat or something. Wait, what is this? Fee. Uh, what was it? It was called cycle repeat. Is this it? Yeah, it was this. Yeah, so this is saying we're right here. We should hit 66K at least, and then we begin our descent down to hell. Bottoms in October. All right, guys. I hope we get the rally. Yeah, that's a cool thumbnail, right? Look at that shit. We'll be back tomorrow. We got a lot of review. We have to go over everything. Look at Gala. Gala bullish. You motherfucker. Yeah, this is ultra bearish. Did they rug this? What's going on with this? Gala to hold greedy cubes. Hex bounty. Greedy cubes. The bearish propaganda will follow all the way to the top. Hell yeah, man. Tell the bears to suck it. Tell the bears to suck it. Yeah, Gala has a relief rally whenever the top forms. Man, I'm getting nervous we're not gonna get it, but I'm getting excited. I'm finally starting to get excited, man. We talked about this. We're looking for Floki to spike. Oh my God, look at this turd. This turd just made another low too. The herd, the turd, the turd made another low. Wow, total 3 is just pitiful. Wait, I got a question, chat. Isn't this Ben Cohen's chart? Oh, so what happens if this chart goes like this? Doesn't that mean all the altcoins go to 0? Like in October? Yeah, I think if you're an altcoin guy, you should watch this chart. This is the Ben Cohen chart, total 3 ES BTC. If this thing makes another low, your shitcoin is gonna get duped. Because it's starting to bleed now. I don't know, man. We didn't get a euphoric top, so the bottom could be shallow. I'm with you, brother. They better send this shit up soon. Because I'm getting nervous that I bought the top. Moonboys on YouTube told me I better get in before the train leaves. And so far the train hasn't left. This is the train to Goblin Town. The next station is Goblin Town. Popcat. Does anybody know how Rob G's doing? He hasn't been here in a while. How's Rob G, man? Wow, B&B looks terrible. Wait, how are we ignoring B&B? You guys are letting me down. Why did nobody point out that B&B is a dead dog? You're telling me the whole bull market B&B was bullish, and now B&B is bearish and we're still bullish? Even though at the bear market bottom B&B was bullish? Nobody told me B&B is a dead dog. All right, we'll go over it tomorrow. You've been live all day? Brother, I've been streaming for 3 hours. I took care of my shit today. I did everything I needed to do. Leave me alone. Sit down, know your role, and enjoy the ride. No, I'm just kidding. What does Ben Cohen say? Get off my back. Get off my back. All right, I'm going to head out now. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock already. I didn't realize it was 9 o'clock. So, all right, everybody, enjoy your day. We shall return tomorrow. You sound healthy. No, I'm not healthy, but I am getting excited because this is a life-changing opportunity at our hands. Because if everything we talked about is going to be true, it's not even everything we talked about. If Bitcoin is going to do what Bitcoin always does, then we must go down all the way down here. And if that happens, sometimes you just got to close your eyes and take the chance. Let Jesus take the wheel. Vision gets $5 an hour, pretty much. You know what I was thinking? What if I start running ads? Maybe I'll make more ad revenue, but I'm going to lose my viewers. I already lost how many viewers? No, we had 102 viewers today, 2 hours ago. But I guess people are getting sleepy now. Sleepy love potion. Oh no, I changed to a little screen. That's why everybody left. Yeah. Every time I change to the little screen, we lose all the viewers. This guy keeps rage baiting me, talking about the World Cup. I have never watched a World Cup game in my life. I will never watch a World Cup game in my life. My World Cup, every time we get a World Cup, we're bearish. There's your indicator. Was there a World Cup in 2018? Bearish. Wait, was there a World Cup? I think there was, right? Or did it get moved because of COVID? Yeah. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. We got a lot to review tomorrow. As always, stay safe. Appreciate the support. None of this is financial advice. I'll see you soon. Take care.